Read books, care about things, get excited. Try not to be too down on yourself. Enjoy the ever-present game of knowing. Flaming enthusiasm, backed by horse sense and persistence, is the quality that most frequently makes for success. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
What is to be, will be, and no prayers of ours can arrest the decree.
Somebody once said, if it's something a single book can explain, it's not worth having explained.
A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. We may be small, and we may be young, but we will shake the world for our beliefs.
A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing.
I knew I was alone in a way that no earthling has ever been before. The butterfly counts not months, but moments, and has time enough.
Once in a while it really hits people that they don't have to experience the world in the way they have been told to. The best fiction is far more true than any journalism. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them.
Keep their friends close, and their enemies closer. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you.
Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Be the person that will take the first step towards personal success. You will be remembered for. In the face of adversity, remember that diamonds are made under pressure. You couldn't erase everything that caused you pain with recollection. Every memory was valuable, even the bad ones. What we do is more important than what we say or what we say we believe. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. In short, philosophical theories are largely the product of the hidden hand of the cognitive unconscious.
It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see.
It is your responsibility to find fault with me. It is mine to hear you out. But don't expect me to change. The things you do for yourself are gone when you are gone, but the things you do for others remain as your legacy. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight.
Other people are only aspects of our own greater being.
I keep telling my students to never give up chasing your dreams, and I too will never give up chasing my dreams. Owning land is like owning the ocean or the air. No one owns land. You may lie with your mouth, but with the mouth you make as you do, so you nonetheless tell the truth. A picture may be worth 1,000 words, but just a few of the right words can paint 1,000 pictures.
Except our own thoughts, there is nothing absolutely in our power.
That which can be destroyed by the truth should be. Playing it safe is the most dangerous thing you can do in life.
Life provides chances to open your heart all the time. Too many doubts grow in the cracks of silence and separation.
The truth may be out there, but the lies are inside your head.
He who steals a belt buckle pays with his life. He who steals a state gets to be a feudal lord. Decide what you want to be, pay the price, and be what you want to be.
If you have joy in your heart, even the most mundane moments will become extraordinary.
Take the first step, no more, no less, and the next will be revealed.
The irony of life is that those who wear masks often tell us more truths than those with open faces. How ridiculous and how strange to be surprised at anything which happens in life.
I am not good at noticing when I'm happy, except in retrospect, For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday.
Real courage is when you know you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway and see it through no matter what. You owe no one explanation of why you do what you do, especially those who ask not to help, to judge you. It means you're perfect just the way you are. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise.
The snow goose need not bathe to make itself white. Neither need you do anything but be yourself. Never say anything about yourself you don't want to come true. Rewards for good service should not be deferred a single day.
It's a slow process, but quitting won't speed it up. The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. You need to find a way to live your life that it doesn't make a mockery of your values. It is not easy to keep silent when silence is a lie. He whose ranks are united in purpose will be victorious.
Truth that came too late was as useful as a meal to a dead man.
Some people avoid thinking deeply in public only because they are afraid of coming across as suicidal.
If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it.
In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's, there are few. Take a deep breath. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. Scars show us where we have been. They do not dictate where we are going.
In making tactical dispositions, the highest pitch you can attain is to conceal them.
Every day is a bank account, and time is our currency. No one is rich, no one is poor. We've got 24 hours each. One must reach out and try to grasp this astonishing finesse, that the value of life cannot be estimated.
Gratitude is best refined through the fires of adversity.
Don't waste your energy trying to change opinions. Do your thing and don't care if they like it. Like all dreamers, I confuse disenchantment with truth.
The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science.
All the work you are doing in silence is opening doors. Trust your pace. I believe that words are strong, that they can overwhelm what we fear when fear seems more awful than life is good. My past has not defined me, destroyed me, deterred me, or defeated me. It has only strengthened me. Know that true change is demonstrated only by your actions around everyone, not just certain people. When something ought to be true, then it proves to be a very powerful truth.
When pure sincerity forms within, it is outwardly realized in other people's hearts.
You can take my life, but you'll never break me. So bring me your worst, and I will definitely give you mine. The secret of life is honesty and fair dealing. If you can fake that, you've got it made.
Always know the difference between what you're getting and what you deserve.
It takes sunshine and rain to make a rainbow. There would be no rainbows without sunshine and rain. Keep it private until it's permanent.
The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master.
The results of knowledge without application results in nothing at all. Do what you know better to do. Some concepts are so incredibly risky they take an honest fool to try to articulate them.
Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose.
Remember tonight, for it is the beginning of always.
If you follow the enemy's shifts and changes, you can always find a way to win.
Be a surfer, watch the ocean, figure out where the big waves are breaking and adjust accordingly.
Crying can bring relief, as long as you don't cry alone.
Inspiration is sometimes as simple as a shared smile. You are not just for the right or left, but for what is right over the wrong.
This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time.
Those who don't value their words will never value your wishes. The summit of happiness is reached when a person is ready to be what he is. There are many things worth living for, few things worth dying for, nothing worth killing for. Nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing, because he could do only a little. There are souls in this world who have the gift of finding joy everywhere, and leaving it behind them when they go. Somebody may beat me, but they are going to have to bleed to do it. When I explored my deeper mind, I could understand that my life is only an illusion, an apparent reality.
Everything in life is speaking in spite of its apparent silence.
To avoid disappointment, expect nothing from nobody. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. Life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some are happy, but all are necessary for the full story.
Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous.
Be a person of substance to people, and not someone they wish they never met. A man who does not know his weaknesses will never understand his strength.
Nothing isn't better or worse than anything. Nothing is just nothing.
Life is not like water. Things in life don't necessarily flow over the shortest possible route. I never ask a man what his business is, for it never interests me. What I ask him about are his thoughts and dreams. There were many terrible things in my life, and most of them never happened. Life isn't about what you get, it's about what you do with what you get. Life takes a bit of time and a lot of relationship. On the whole, human beings want to be good, but not too good, and not quite all the time.
Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. The king is only fond of words and cannot translate them into deeds.
You have 3 choices in life. You can watch things happen, make things happen, or wonder what the hell happened. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot.
If you always want the validation of others, you won't grow beyond people's expectations.
Be humble, for you are made of earth. Be noble, for you are made of stars. I'm not going to limit myself just because people won't accept the fact that I can do something else. Some things aren't meant to be known, only believed.
Misconceptions play a prominent role in my view of the world. The only real battle in life is between hanging on and letting go.
Though all men be equally frail before the world, the differences between them are terrifying. The more I read, the more I acquire, the more certain I am that I know nothing. All you know is what you think you know, but that isn't always what's real. Follow your bliss and the universe will open doors for you where there were only walls. I can't seem to be a pessimist long enough to overlook the possibility of things being overwhelmingly good.
Life is a comedy to those who think, a tragedy to those who feel.
To me, there is nothing complicated about ordinary equality. There is nothing good in this world that does not have some filth in its origin. You don't need more time, you need less distractions. If you care about what you do and work hard at it, there isn't anything you can't do if you want to. Some people are like clouds. When they disappear, it's a beautiful day. Work for a cause, not for a clause. Live life to express, not to impress.
Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
We judge ourselves by what we feel capable of doing, while others judge us by what we have already done. The lessons of life amount not to wisdom, but to scar tissue and callus. I said somebody should do something about that. Then I realized I am somebody. Scar tissue is stronger than regular tissue. Realize the strength, move on.
What cannot be said, above all, must not be silenced, but written. From a certain point onward, there's no longer any turning back.
No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. Our business in life is not to succeed, but to continue to fail in good spirit. If life throws you a few bad notes or vibrations, don't let them interrupt or alter your song. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to reform. One of the most healing things you can do is recognize where in your life you are your own poison. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. It is during our failures that we discover our true desire for success. I would rather make mistakes in kindness and compassion than work miracles in unkindness and hardness.
If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. The job of feet is walking, but the hobby is dancing. Life happens, shit happens, and it happens a lot, to a lot of people.
Challenge and adversity are meant to help you know who you are. Storms hit your weakness, but unlock your true strength. Errors do not cease to be errors simply because they're ratified into law. Suffering is part of our training program for becoming wise.
Glory resides in the hearts of those you inspire, not in fleeting moments of fame.
No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. When you can't get what you want, get what you need.
Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on.
When ill luck begins, it does not come in sprinkles, but in showers. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination.
Kendati batasantara kebebasan, dan ketidak pedulian terkadang saru.
In the face of change, do not be afraid to spread your wings, and let the winds guide you to new horizon.
Apparent confusion is a product of good order, apparent cowardice of courage, apparent weakness of strength.
The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane.
Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world.
People are supposed to care. It's good that people mean something to you, that you miss people when they're gone. I want to build to that mogul, legendary level.
If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor.
What other people think of you is none of your business.
Great results can be achieved with small forces.
I don't know who I am right now, but I know who I'm not, and I like that.
Despite the heart-numbing frost, my soul is blooming like spring. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. Hard work is only a prison sentence when you lack motivation.
Your past battles are part of your story. It is a powerful testimony that will inspire others.
Sometimes your circle decreases in size, but increases in value.
Remember how far you've come, and you won't have to rely on a destiny for your future. It will come on your own.
The question is not what you look at, but what you see.
I visited many places, some of them quite exotic and far away, but I always returned to myself. The road to success is paved with determination, not with the footsteps of quitters. It is error only, and not truth, that shrinks from inquiry.
Lower your expectations, but never lower your standards. If the enemy has occupied them before you, do not follow him, but retreat and try to entice him away. Flow with whatever may happen, and let your mind be free.
Truth is not as pompous and romantic as myth, but it has the immeasurable value of being the truth.
Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game.
I hear my silence talked of in every lane. The suppression of a cry is itself a cry of pain. My motto is that you can't always control what happens to you in life, but you can control your reaction. As long as you gave everything you had, and you didn't let it break you, it could never be considered a failure. When life doesn't meet your expectations, it was important to take it with grace. In order to make a precise decision, keep a steady spiritual connection.
Maybe everyone is just waiting for someone else to save them.
Fierce language and pretentious advances are signs that the enemy is about to retreat. One of the most important things in life is family. If your origin is bad, it will affect your future negatively. The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who fight battles we know nothing about.
Success usually comes to those who are too busy looking for it.
Worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but gets you nowhere. Time has always been the greatest ally to truth, as time eventually relieves and reveals all. There has never been a protracted war from which a country has benefited. Whatever happens to your body, your soul will survive, untouched. Some of us are busy doing things. Some of us are busy complaining. Miracles don't just happen. You have to work to succeed. You have to have an achievable dream. That's the thing about life. A lot of the time, it isn't easy at all. We just have to try to make the best of it.
Wisdom comes not from age, but from education and learning. Patience and improvement is the key to opening the door to progress. It is better for the heart to break than not to break. War is a matter of vital importance to the state.
Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. In all debates, let truth be thy aim, not victory or an unjust interest. Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life that don't really matter. A man must wage war on himself to defeat his weaknesses and conquer his strengths.
Concern for man and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget this in the midst of your diagrams and equations.
Sometimes you have to take 2 steps back to take 10 forward.
If you can feel the future, then you are about to experience it.
Truth is a hard master and costly to serve, but it simplifies all problems. The circumstances surrounding your birth is not as important as the opportunity to live life. What one thinks is right is not always the same as what others think is right. No one can be always right. Focus on you. People come and go.
Stop being okay with everything.
Nothing in the world is ever completely wrong. Even a stopped clock is right twice a day. Help others without any reason, and give without the expectation of receiving anything in return. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Hold out baits to entice the enemy, feign disorder, and crush him.
Plan for what it is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small.
Books are mirrors. You only see in them what you already have inside you. It takes drive and focus to move from potential to reality. Be sure what you want and be sure about yourself. Our ancestors have invented. We can at least innovate.
If you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place.
I think the highest and lowest points are the important ones. Anything else is just in between. It might be possible that the world itself is without meaning.
Memory can make a thing seem to have been much more than it was. I speak gibberish to the civilized world, and it replies in kind.
The mind is everything, what you think you become. Life is dear to every living thing. The worm that crawls upon the ground will struggle for it. I saw the world from the stars' point of view, and it looked unbearably lonely. For a day, just for one day, talk about that which disturbs no one, and bring some peace into your beautiful eyes.
There's so much to be grateful for. Words are poor things.
It's no use going back to yesterday, because I was a different person then. Stop longing. You poison today's ease, reaching always for tomorrow.
No one else has ever opened doors for me. I opened them myself. In war, then, let your great object be victory, not lengthy campaigns.
It is almost impossible to carry the torch of truth through a crowd without singeing somebody's beard. We can accept and embrace our pasts as part of the path that shaped who we are now.
Start each day with a positive thought and a grateful heart.
For all those that have to fight for the respect that everyone else is given, without question. Humor is what happens when we're told the truth quicker and more directly than we're used to. Everything you'll ever need to know is within you. The secrets of the universe are imprinted on the cells of your body. The seeker embarks on a journey to find what he wants and discovers along the way what he needs. Train your mind to be stronger than your feelings. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. To me, all research is exploring the universe, understanding it deeper, one finding at a time. What you do doesn't frighten your enemies as much as what you are.
I do not like to repeat successes. I like to go on to other things. Fes est ab host docere. One should learn even from one's enemies.
Our power lies in our small daily choices, one after another, create eternal ripples of a life well lived. Success is doing what you want to do, when you want, where you want, with whom you want, as much as you want. If there is any truth in the world, it lies when I'm with you.
Our moral economy went bankrupt long before our financial one.
A man travels the world over, in search of what he needs, and returns home to find it. In those moments, it's hard to remember that an angry voice is an invisible thing, incapable of drawing blood.
A whetstone, though it cannot cut, may sharpen a knife that will. Stay close to anything that makes you glad you are alive.
The things hardest to bear are sweetest to remember. I don't want to do anything. I don't even want to start this day, because then I'll just be expected to finish it.
Done is better than perfect.
Science is not only compatible with spirituality, it is a profound source of spirituality. History is idle gossip about a happening whose truth is lost the instant it has taken place. We never know how high we are till we are called to rise. Then, if we are true to form, our statures touch the skies.
Management of many is the same as management of few. It is a matter of organization.
Wisdom is having things right in your life and knowing why.
Don't chase. Elevate your game and be someone worth chasing after.
A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. There is strange comfort in knowing that no matter what happens today, the sun will rise again tomorrow. You cannot change the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails to reach your destination.
The truth doesn't cost anything, but a lie could cost you everything.